Hey, Mike, what do Kelly Slater and PT have in common?
I don't know. They're both world champs?
Nope, they both own Endless Summer box set.
Oh my God, rad. You guys, you can get it too. The link's in the show notes.
Foot out, choke food. 100 racks on a surf, dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Food. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. 100 foot out.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Quivercast, where we chat with surfers from all around the world, from all walks of life, and we get their story. Find us at www.thequivercast.com. I am Mike, your host. Let's get into the show. All right, everybody. Hello, this is Mike here. Stoked. I've been waiting for this interview for quite a while. We were going to do it while he was traveling in Australia, but we held out till he's in person. So today we have Ollie Henry here. How you doing, Ollie?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Dude, I'm stoked. We're sitting here in La Jolla, checking the waves, and there's not much waves.
But it's a lovely morning.
It is a lovely morning. So you're in America. Why are you here?
We actually, me and Team Rusty went on a trip down to Nicaragua.
Okay.
Yeah, I just stopped past here on the way back, and I guess Rusty surfboards and stuff's here, so doing a bit of that stuff. And I think we might have like some clothes to shoot as well.
Oh, cool.
For like a new range, and then kind of maybe party a bit on the 4th of July and stuff.
Have you ever had a 4th of July here?
Nah. First one.
Do you know what it is?
Independence Day?
It is Independence Day. Is that all you know?
Yeah, that's all I know.
That's all you need to know, right? And everyone, I guess, parties on the Independence Day, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys have an Independence Day in Australia?
Kinda. It's called Australia Day.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's like the same thing, like,
All right.
yeah, independence or something. I don't know.
What's the country do? What does everyone do?
Pretty much the same thing, but just in a real, like, Australian way, like, just drinks heaps and goes to the beach and stuff. And,
Okay.
yeah.
What's the best beer in Australia?
Look, that's, like, really, really subjective, but I would say...
What's
like,
yours? What's your opinion?
Um...
Is it Foster's or no?
It's definitely not Foster's.
Okay.
You don't see much Foster's getting around in Oz. There's actually so many beers in
Okay.
Australia.
Right.
I can't even really like.
You don't have a favorite?
I've been drinking these beers called Goat a lot,
Okay. All right.
but in 6 months' time, I'll probably have a different favorite beer.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
22.
Ollie? And you've been doing some traveling. So you're here in America. You're going to celebrate the 4th of July. You guys are staying in La Jolla Shores.
Yeah,
How's that been? How's the waves there?
it's been fun. Like, what's the one?
Wind and Sea.
Yeah, Wind and Sea. We've been going up to Wind and Sea kind of like every morning, having a little surf.
Okay.
We tried to... Oh, you know what? We tried to go up like where you live. You live at...
Oceanside.
Yeah, we were up at Oceanside.
Okay.
And we wanted to surf, and we got there, and there was some like rule that you can't surf. Blackball?
Oh, black ball.
Yeah, we got there.
You're too late.
I was like, what is that like? I'd never heard of that before.
Oh, that's Southern California.
Yeah, and I was tripping because the waves were looking pretty fun.
Uh-huh.
But we couldn't surf there.
So you actually can. So next time, go to the pier. You get 100 yards from the pier over, and then the harbor. You get 100 yards.
All
on
right.
The jetties. So
Okay.
missed it.
Yeah.
But how packed was it? A lot of people on the beach?
Wasn't that many people on the beach,
Okay.
and the waves were like 4 foot.
I know. So I got to ask you this as a, let's say, foreigner. What are your thoughts on black ball? The water's kind of cold, so you're not getting a lot of swimmers. How many people were in the water swimming?
Oh, like 20.
Okay.
Not that many. Like along the whole beach, and that's
Yeah.
a big beach.
Yeah.
Honestly, like in Australia, we have like flags that they get put up for swimmers, and you're not allowed to surf in that area. But
Yeah.
those flags might go for like, I don't know, like 100 yards or something. Like not that far, maybe
Okay.
less, maybe like 50 yards.
Okay.
And they just set them up in like the safest part of the beach to swim, which
Yep.
is usually not where the best part of the beach to surf is. And that means that the lifeguards don't have to patrol like the whole beach. They still do.
Yeah.
But like they don't have to have a lifeguard tower at like every single thing and then like employ like way more people to work there.
Yeah.
And then have to deal with all like the black ball kind of stuff. They just, you know, there's no surfing in the swimming area, and it stops people from drowning because they like
are more supervised.
Yeah, more supervised. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the system's pretty weird, but I don't know. It is what it is.
But your thoughts? Is it good, bad?
Probably bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're helping the people that don't go to the beach every day.
Yeah.
And they're cutting off the people that are there all the time.
Yeah. Has that been a thing like ever since you grew up?
Since I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
San Diego, not as much, but Orange County, LA, it's been like that for a long time.
Wow.
Trippy. It's good to hear your perspective on it. You guys have scored in California or no? Or just kind of fun?
Just kind of fun. There hasn't been much around, but I've been here in winter before and scored blacks really good.
Oh, really? How big?
It's probably like 4 foot. Like 4 foot, like fun.
Not 20
fun
foot blacks.
Not 20 foot, but I was actually surprised when Rusty was showing me photos of like blacks when it's like
proper
mega.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just couldn't imagine it. But
yeah, hits that canyon.
Yeah.
What do you think about Winnesea? Are the people eggy there, or is everyone cool and kind?
Oh, everyone's all right. Like it's pretty scrappy yesterday trying to get waves. And I don't know. I was struggling to even like stand up on anything, but yeah, I feel like a lot of California people can be pretty eggy in the surf.
But it's just up.
Yeah, not eggy, just like so psyched over for me what I would think is like not that like much of a wave. It's like 1 foot, and I've got like a 35-year-old dude on my inside just like hassling on his Slater Designs or whatever, and I'm just like, chill out, brother. But let them have it because you're like, you know, that's their thing. I'm just a like visitor or whatever.
All right. Actually, the average surfer you've surfed with compared to the average surfer in Western Australia where you're from, who's a better surfer overall? General. Is it general?
West Oz for sure.
Okay.
There's a lot of really, really good surfers in WA that can ride barrels really good and stuff, but then they can't do like turns really good. But as a whole, like most people where I come from that are in the water a lot, usually like pretty
can handle it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And surf well.
So then you went to Nicaragua. How was Nicaragua? Have you been there before?
I'd never been there. I'd never been to any part of like Central America.
What's your thoughts?
It's super fun, but I feel like next time I go there, I'd want to go there on like a little bit more of like a chart, like more of like a good forecast.
Oh, okay.
Because we kind of just like rocked up. But we ended up surfing this wave called Playground. Fun. Super fun.
Describe the wave.
It's kind of like a left and right A-framey peak.
Okay.
It's pretty wedgy. The right's got a sick ramp on it, and then the left you can kind of just like do 3 like solid turns. So that wave ended up being super fun. And then
that was your go-to wave every day, pretty much.
Yeah, and then surfed this other wave, Colorados.
Yep. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. And that was fun as well. But we didn't go up to we were in the south. In the north, there's a wave, the Boom or something.
Okay.
That wave looks pretty fun. I saw videos of Colorados on Instagram when it's like 8 foot, and it's crazy.
You bummed it wasn't 8 foot?
Kind of. It was like it was one of the better looking beaches I'd seen. It was insane. It kind of looked like Porto.
But like it's super offshore. How are the offshores?
It's crazy. Like it just stays offshore all day.
Is it like that in Western Australia?
No.
Blows out.
Yeah, it blows out as soon as the land gets hot.
Okay.
But I feel like what happens with the lake, this is just my like take on it. It's because it's pretty like thin country, like there's water on
both sides.
Yeah, close. But then there's a giant lake in the middle, so there's like hardly any land, and the prevailing wind comes from the east.
Yep.
And it doesn't have time. The wind doesn't heat up, so it doesn't. I don't know. It must do something with the weather, because at home, as soon as it gets hot, it kind of just goes onshore.
What'd you think of the environment, like getting out of the airport and stuff? Was it kind of sketchy, or was it safe? You felt safe?
We actually flew into Costa Rica
Okay.
and then we drove across the border. It was all real easy. Like, I didn't feel unsafe or anything. But if you were like I don't know, like a chick by yourself or something, you might be a bit like, oh, this is like got a bit on it.
Yeah. So if you're a girl, it'd be kind of sketchy, huh? Solo traveling.
Yeah, but you kind of just like link up with like a surf resort or whatever. And just at the border, it was weird because we had to get our passports checked like 5 times or something, and we had to walk like 500 meters. Meters and yards is actually really similar.
Yeah,
so like 500.
3 foot,
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like surprising because I just thought it'd be like a big like checkpoint where they just like grab your passport and then bang, you're into Nicaragua.
Yeah.
But there was like this line of trucks that was like 5 or 10 Ks long.
Okay.
It was crazy because they all get tested for drugs or something.
Oh, really?
Every single truck gets like individually searched.
Wow.
And it takes the trucks like days to get through there.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you don't want to get caught up in that mess.
Oh, hell no.
Did you guys surf in Costa Rica? I should ask.
Nah, we just like flew into Siberia, it's called, and then an hour and a half to the border and then like another hour to where we were staying.
Okay.
But with a bit of like other kind of admin kind of stuff in between.
Who was on the trip?
It was me, Letty Mortensen, and Wade Carmichael.
Okay,
like
just you three?
Rusty team.
Okay.
And then like a filmer, and then our team manager came for like a week as well, and then he peeled. He went to like Brazil or something.
Okay. For the WSL?
Yeah.
Right on. So Nicaragua overall waves okay or super fun or?
Super fun.
Okay.
It's like a perfect place to go if you want friendly. It's just really user friendly.
Okay. Now, you grew up in Western Australia. When did you start surfing?
I started surfing when I was 5, and I grew up on the Gold Coast.
Oh, you did grow up on the Gold Coast. Okay.
And then I moved to Western Australia when I was 12.
It was kind of more like here, probably, the Gold Coast?
Yeah.
More like Southern California?
Yeah, exactly. Like, so similar.
Okay.
Just kind of soft waves, but then gets like really fun and perfect for a grom.
So, where'd you surf there? What was your go-to wave?
I just used to want to surf snapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
How snapper?
It was so fun when I was a kid. Like, when I go there now, I can't get going on the waves and stuff because I'm like bigger. But when I was really small, man, snapper was legit.
Okay, who are the guys you were surfing with then? Do you remember?
I used to get taken surfing by this guy Brent Dorrington. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
I've heard of him now.
Yeah, he's way older than me, but he just used to take me surfing, I guess, just because it was like fun taking the grom surfing.
Local groms in these waves.
Yeah, him and then my brother as well.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty much my main surf crew, and my dad.
And your dad. Your dad surfs?
Yeah.
So at 5 years old, was he taking you to snapper and like throwing you in waves, or was you sitting on the beach and you wanted to go see dad out in the water?
I started surfing at Rainbow Bay, which is like just down from snapper.
Okay.
When I was like 5, but I was getting pushed in. I'd have to have like someone come out with me and stuff. You know how there's a dad out there now with a kid on a bodyboard, just like that kind of thing.
Yes.
But then I'd have that at snapper when I was like, just when it was small.
Okay.
When I was like 6.
Then you go to snapper and you're enjoying it. Why did your parents pick up and move to Western Australia?
In Australia, there's heaps of mining, I guess.
Okay.
And most of the mining's in Western Australia. And I think the mines went through like a little period where they kind of only wanted to hire people that were like from Western Australia, like the state.
Keep the locals employed.
Yeah, keep the locals employed kind of thing. Yeah, my family just ended up being like, you know what, we're just going to move to WA. And I was so scared because I'd heard all these like shark stories and stuff. And and like I used to hate surfing anything like solid, like didn't want a bar of any kind of heavy wave. Okay. So I thought I was pretty much just going to give up surfing.
Really?
Yeah, I was just so scared of like surfing with the sharks and like surfing waves that were like heavy. And I kind of got there and then just like had to sort of like bear with it.
I don't know, what do you call it? Something in your head was telling you
kind of
unsafe, scared.
Yeah, just like a bit of like a mental block. But
Mental block. That's good.
Yeah, I kind of laugh. I laugh at it now because there's no real reason for it. Because it's not like the waves are just big every day.
Yeah.
Like there's days when it's flat, so there's nothing really. You can pick your battle.
Yes.
But yeah, when I first moved there, I just used to be so scared of sharks.
It was the shark thing more than the wave thing.
Yeah, the shark factor was like I just had never had to think about it before.
Okay.
And then when you go from like not having to think about it at all to having to like even think about it a bit, it just got it in my head so much. So I'd always try and surf where there was like people and stuff. But nowadays I just surf wherever it's good.
Okay, so as a Grom on the Gold Coast, were you a competitive surfer or were you just a free surfer?
I just used to like free surf.
Never surfed a contest?
I surfed like one or two.
Okay.
But I don't know, it just wasn't really like my style.
You tried a couple, you realized this ain't for me, and you just moved on?
Yeah, I don't know, like there been like crazy like surf dads and stuff.
Well, especially there on the Gold Coast, I would think.
Yeah, there's heaps of that going on there.
Yeah.
It's just such a scene, and it's like I like surfing for fun, not to like, because to me, like you're not really like getting anything out of like going to a contest. Like it's like a stepping stone to like become a pro surfer.
Right.
But as like a Grom, like you just winning Grom contests like doesn't really mean anything. And I feel like I sort of knew that at a pretty young age.
Who are the young Groms that were like surfing really well around you, your age bracket? Do you remember? In the Gold Coast, I'm saying.
I had my friend Dexter who surfed real good. Caius King, have you ever heard of him?
Yeah, totally.
Caius King. They might be like a year older than me, which when you're like 12, like seems to make a difference.
Yeah.
Who else? Liam O'Brien?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Morgan Siblick?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're all a little bit older than me, but kind of like all that like age group. Like we're probably at the same sort of contests and stuff.
Okay.
I can't really think of that much.
Yeah.
I only did like a couple, but they were sort of all around my kind of age group.
Yeah.
Within like a year or two.
So you go to Western Australia and you have this mental block, but what are you feeding for waves? You decide I got to try this?
Yeah, just feeding. Yeah, like, it's not like it was enough to like want to just like give up. It was kind of like it almost got you like a little bit fired up because you want to be able to like overcome it. Because there's obviously like you'll see someone surfing that's like a total kook. They don't have this like thing in their head, like this like irrational like fear or whatever. It wasn't super bad. I just felt like I was real young and I don't know, just felt like
12's young still.
Just felt like vulnerable in the lineup because I surfed pretty well. So I could surf by myself and like just get dropped off at the beach and do my own thing.
So is your dad surfing? Is your brother surfing at this point?
Yeah. My brother, he's really good at skateboarding and he sort of started skating way more. Mm-hmm. My dad used to work like away, so it's called FIFO in Australia, like fly in, fly out.
Oh shit! Okay.
So he would go away for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then come back home for a week, just do that, and they make really good money, and it's kind of just a thing that people do in
That's
Oz.
rad.
So I'd end up kind of having to surf like by myself a bit, and then kind of ended up making a few friends that surf pretty well, and ended up being easy after like a year.
After you made some friends. What's your brother's name?
Tom.
Okay, Tom. So is he older or younger?
He's older.
How much?
A year and a half.
Okay. So not much. He's almost your age.
Yeah. Enough to be like, oh, he's your older brother.
Of course,
but like not enough to be like, oh, they're like on a completely different like part of their life sort of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like growing up with an older brother was like real good for me because if he was 2 steps ahead of me, it sort of made me feel like I had to be like trying to keep up.
Yeah.
And I reckon that's the whole reason that I even like managed to like become like a half a pro surfer.
Okay. So that's very interesting. As a 12-year-old, you're intimidated by Western Australia due to sharks and stuff. How quickly did it become natural and you started surfing some bigger waves and shit?
Yeah, I'd say it probably took me a year or two to even like want to start surfing the waves that were like Because there's a bunch of like fun slabs there
Okay.
that you can just go out and surf. And it would have taken a year or two just to get into that. And then,
So you're still a teenager, young teenager.
yeah. But I feel like when I was about 15 or something,
Okay.
I kind of like started to want to like level up a bit
Okay.
and just like push myself more just because I wasn't really, I don't know, like as a surfer, I feel like it's a pretty cool thing to be able to go out in any conditions and
Okay.
like surf well.
So you're pushing yourself.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to rock up to the beach one day and be like, oh, it's like a bit bigger than I normally surf today, and like limit myself to just like surfing
Okay.
like smaller waves.
Right.
So I would just start being like, well, like the waves are bigger today, so this is just what's on.
All right.
And then you go out and then you get a wave that twice as good as what you get if you're surfing like same spot when it's small.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, I can actually like, it's actually good when like, the reward is actually like a lot better than like the small risk involved.
Okay. So stoke levels how higher?
Oh, the stoke level's way higher.
Okay. In your movie, you don't have to name the breaks, or I don't know if they're secret or not, but are they secret?
Not really.
Oh, not really. What wave's that? That heavy right you get towed into.
That wave's called the right.
Okay. The
Yeah.
right? Like, how was the first time surfing there? And who were you with?
I went out with my mate Zach, my other mate Henry, and they'd been surfing out there for like a long time before me, and they're maybe like 5 or 10 years older, so they're just like further ahead in life and everything.
Yeah.
And I kind of was like, oh,
So they're like young men and you're a teenager.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, it'd be good to just like, I don't know, give it a go. And they let me just jump on, and then I just like sat, because it's kind of out to sea.
Yeah.
And then I just sat in the channel while
Okay.
they towed, and then Zach just came up to me and was like, oh, I'll get you into a wave now, whatever. And I was like, shit.
And
So
you went?
it's pretty like, yeah, but I ended up getting one, and it was like kind of a good one. And I just, yeah, I was just so stoked.
Okay, so
It was
what
just
was
like
was it an adrenaline rush? Well, I mean, what were the feelings? Was it scared or was it both?
It's just like that feeling when, I don't know, like, I feel like if you don't surf big waves or do anything like quote, like adrenaline junkie kind of related, like,
Okay.
it's like a feeling that like you only get a couple times in your life. I don't know I can't even think, like when someone like graduates from college or something and like they're just like overwhelmed with like joy and
Okay.
like, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like a pretty crazy feeling of like, it's like adrenaline, but not really. It's like, for me, it's just like kind of just like happiness.
Okay.
I'm just so like, just so stoked and just so like in the, like just in the moment and stuff. Cause so if you surf a wave that can like, is probably going to kill you if you like
Right.
fall off.
This is life or death.
Yeah. Like, even though
Seriously.
like I kind of think that I was like, I'll probably pull it off if I fall off, which like I've got like a lot of faith in myself, but like generally looking at it, you're like, wow, I swear if you fell off on that wave, you'd probably die.
Dude, yes.
But so like when you like complete the wave, because I kind of all about like making waves. You know, like you see like a lot of people in Hawaii, they can just catch a wave and go straight and get mowed down by the whitewash. But like
Yeah.
I want to like make it to the channel. See, I can't even describe it. It's so intense.
Yeah. So everyone, you need to go look up Ollie Henry on YouTube or his Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
_ Ollie Henry.
Look at his Instagram or his movies, that movie Volume, right?
Yeah.
It's so gnarly.
Yeah, I kind of, the end of that session as well, like that was all, the end of the movie was all shot in one day. I just remember being out there just like baffled. It was glassy, it was sunny, and then it was like a nice sunset by the end of the day, and we just surfed 15 foot or like 20 foot, just
throwing.
pure like meat waves.
Yeah, that's
And,
a good way to describe it. Meat.
Somehow I managed to like, I made every ride that I caught that day.
You made every wave.
Yeah, made every wave. It's pretty much just like Korea sesh.
Surfing waves like that when not making, what goes on in your head? Because it can happen really quick.
Yeah, it's sort of like a.
Do you just go with the wave?
Yeah, you can't do anything. You just gotta let it. You just gotta let it take you, because there's literally nothing you can do. You can't like be like, oh, I'm just gonna like really get smashed a little beachy. I'll just push my feet off the bottom or something. You kind of just at the mercy of like whatever it wants to do. I just try to keep my lins and stuff kind of close.
Okay.
So that nothing's getting like ripped out of place. It's actually crazy. Like thinking about it sometimes, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I go and do that. But then when I see a forecast come, I'm like, get so keen to just go and like hunt like whatever silly wave it is.
Okay. Let's kind of go backwards. You're charging big waves. You're 15 years old. You're out with a couple older guys, and you're just working your way up the ladder of gnarlier waves. Are you finding new breaks?
Kind of just sort of like the first year that I surfed all the real like heavy, like all the toe slabs. I surfed like, I just like wanted to chase the right heats because I wanted to get good at surfing out there for when like a day came that was like really, really worthy, because we didn't have any like psycho like mega days or anything that came in like the first year.
Okay.
So I just wanted to get the hours up or like put the time in, and I just chased that one wave, another wave down, kind of like in the Great Australian Bight, like kind of in the middle of like the southern part of Oz.
All right.
That wave's like a bit more like secret, but chase like this other kind of like death slabby sort of thing, and a bit of this, bit of that. It's kind of like I didn't have that much money or anything either, so like I could only go so far. So tried to stay close to home and just see what I can sink my teeth into.
There. So where do you live exactly in Western Australia?
I live in a place called Dunsborough.
Okay. So let's say from Margaret River, most people know where it's at.
Margaret River region.
Oh, you are in that region?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who are some of the guys you're surfing with then? You're looking up to Taj?
Yeah, like, well,
Jack?
Nowadays, like I surf with Taj like quite a bit, and my other friend I surf with heaps is Cale Walsh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surf with him. He's probably who I surf with the most.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack Rodwell and stuff. But I didn't used to surf with all those guys until I started like getting sponsored and getting paid. Okay. Like I would just sort of like do my own thing and kind of just hang with all my like homies, because I didn't actually think I was like ever gonna like make a cent or anything out of surfing or like ever gonna go anywhere. Just sort of like doing it.
You just like surfing?
Yeah. Okay. Just like any other like kind of young dude. Just see what happens.
So did you have a dream of being a pro surfer?
Yeah, of course. I feel like everyone kind of does, but I don't know. I just didn't think it was that achievable or anything.
Right. But it was. How did it happen?
Guess like
it is happening.
I guess I got sponsored by Rusty when I turned might have been like almost 18, and it was just through a mate of mine that knew the team manager and sent him some like videos and whatever, and they just started like sending me some clothes, and then I started filming a lot more then, just with my friend Oakley. Okay. And I started getting like some like actually like some pretty good clips, and then I shot them through to Rusty, and they were kind of like, oh, we'll start helping you out. And then that's just how, and kind of just snowballed. Like each year, just build on like getting better and better footage. You might get hurt for like 3 months or something, and then like slows you down a bit. But I don't know. I try to be like pretty proactive about the whole sort of setup and make the most of it and not take the piss too hard.
A question about becoming a pro surfer. So it happened kind of organically. Yeah. It wasn't like...
And I still don't even think of myself as being a pro surfer half the time.
Have you ever had a real job?
Yeah.
Not that surfing's not a real job, but did you ever have to clock in?
I used to like stack shelves at the local like supermarket for like 5 years. Up until pretty much until I started getting paid by Rusty.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
you're a blue collar worker surfer.
Yeah. Worked that job. Just used to like be able to buy all my kind of like gear and whatever. Yeah. And then worked another job, just like washing dishes and stuff, and a few other like little bits and pieces, just to
make ends meet.
Yeah, just to have a little bit of money in the bank to go surfing.
Okay. But you're meeting people are seeing you charging, they're seeing your clips.
Yeah.
And that's helping. Because What word would you use for yourself? Hellman or like do you think you are you crazy?
No, I just feel like I'm just like a normal. I don't even think of myself as being like a pro surfer. Like I look at everyone else's stuff and I just think that that's just like way better than mine. I don't know. I just see myself as just being like a kind of just a guy that just goes and surfs, but surfs kind of all conditions sort of thing.
Do you feel fortunate that you didn't have to go the contest route? Because all these other guys did.
Yeah.
Even your buddy like Wade. And...
Yeah, for sure. Because I honestly I never could have even done it. It just wouldn't be for me. Like, unless I had like a big company like backing me like hard, I would never like spend my own money to go surf a contest. It has zero appeal to me.
Zero.
I like watching it.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
do you watch WSL?
Yeah. I don't watch it like religiously, but I'll like turn it on and like see what's going on. But yeah, I never, I don't know. I did a few of those Grom comps up until like 14, but
it wasn't your thing.
Yeah,
So
it just like brings out the worst in everyone. I feel like.
Okay.
But then like when people are doing good, it's cool.
yeah,
Different
perspective.
I never did good.
that's good though. I mean, do you think there should be more free surfing and getting paid for it? If you're giving something that people are stoked on seeing.
Yeah, there should be if the person is like doing stuff that good enough.
Yeah. No, your
But-
shit's crazy.
I don't know. It's kind of like any job. Like there can only be like as many jobs as for like what
Yes.
people are doing. You know, like
Yeah.
it's not like just like, oh, let's just get this contest to just be a free surfer just because we want more free surfers.
Okay.
Because I don't know. For me, like I get stoked to see free surfers that are just like a bit different, have a bit of like flair about them. Like, and then you see people that are a bit more boring, and like it doesn't matter to me if they're like a really good surfer.
Yeah.
If they're boring, like I don't want to like.
Okay.
I don't really care about what they're doing, but if they're fun and like
Yeah.
bit out there,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. Or they're real steezy, like Ando or someone that's real steezy. Like
Okay.
just there's a million different ways to do it.
Okay. So if you're on YouTube, what surfer are you putting on to watch? Do you have a particular guy or a gal?
Probably putting on Laurie Towner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's probably who I looked up to the most.
Did you surf with them a lot?
I've surfed with him a couple times, but not heaps. His surfing and stuff when I was like younger, just because he could surf really good in like all kind of waves and stuff, and
Yeah.
I don't know, just like appealed to me, and pretty like ladsy kind of dude.
The Western Australian guys are a different mindset than the Gold Coast guys, huh?
Yeah, I just like the way like that someone can like rock up and get the wave of the day and stuff when they're but also like get the wave of the day in like 2-foot surf.
So
And,
you're like an all around
and-
surfer.
Yeah, just like well-round surf. It just has like a lot of flair to me, rather than just watching someone surf like 2-foot waves.
Okay. Who's your favorite WSL surfer? Do you have one?
It's tough. I could probably give you like a top 5.
Top 5.
Probably John,
There you go.
Ethan,
Oh yeah, Ethan's flaring.
Griffin.
Okay.
Griffin's insane. I'd like surfed with Griffin a bit in West Oz at the start of this year, and he was doing some pretty crazy punts. Like,
wow.
he's actually fucking amazing. Robbo.
Oh
Did
yeah.
I say Robbo?
Yeah, not yet, but now you did.
Yeah, Robbo, and then damn, I can't even like
Any of the Brazilians or any of those kind of guys?
the Brazilians. Like they all rip really hard, but it's just not. I feel like Brazilians have a real like Brazilian style, and it's just like not my preference. But
Yeah.
I kind of like watching Kaya surf. He rides for Rusty as well, and
Okay.
so I like pay attention to what he does like more than all the other guys, just because he's like a mate and he's on the same team.
Yeah, you're sitting right next to him.
Yeah, maybe those 5. I can't even like think of who else is like on tour. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
What about-
even like Geordie or someone? Dude,
Geordie? Yeah.
Geordie's insane. They're all really good. Connor O'Leary, man, he blows the absolute back out of waves. He just throws,
Dude, he
throws so much spray, and he's a super cool dude as well.
Nice guy, huh? Okay, slabs. Is that your favorite kind of wave? What's your favorite?
Probably slabs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paddling in?
If it's paddleable, I would rather paddle than tow. I get way more out of just paddling like something meaty than like than towing something that's not quite as much on it.
What about wave pools? What's your thoughts on wave pools?
I've only surfed 2, but they're fun. I don't really see them as being like something that's gonna like replace surfing or anything like that, but it's definitely a really cool like novelty and something to go have like it's so fun.
Okay. Which 2 pools do you surf?
The Urban Surf one in Melbourne.
That one looks kind of fun. It looks like a more of a beach break.
Dude, the slab on it is really sick.
Oh, really?
The left slab, I'm a natural footer, and like I can just like pig dog through it and just like slide through the barrel, and it's so fun. And I've surfed one in Japan as well.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was sick.
Okay.
I don't know what one I liked better. They were both good in like different ways. The Japan one was pretty dope. That was only like a month ago, the Japan one.
You've been traveling a lot. Does it feel rad to like see the world?
Yeah, it feels good. Just because like I was saying, like I just used to stack shelves and stuff.
Yeah, you just
like,
thought you were going to be a guy surfing.
Yeah, like
surfed.
I just thought I was going to end up with like a normal job. Like I wasn't like a real like dumb kid or anything. Like I think I would have had like a pretty good job. But I don't know. I wouldn't have thought that I would be in like Japan or even the US. Like this is my second time here, and I wouldn't have. The first time I was here, I kind of was like, oh, this is the only time I'm ever going to be in America. I should like try and make the most of it. Yeah. Now I'm like back here again, and just did a trip to Japan. Even Nika, like I never would have thought that I would end up there. Yeah. I obviously know that like a lot of people go surf down there and stuff, but just didn't think that I ever would.
So it's fascinating. Most of these kids, the kids you've talked about, are not kids anymore, kids to me, but these pro surfers, they had a path at a young age to get somewhere. You kind of were just surfing. Yeah. It just happened.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I didn't even have a main sponsor until I was like almost 18.
And they almost found you.
Yeah.
It's not like were you hunting for a sponsor?
No, they kind of found me.
Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah.
This is a story that's not told very often.
Yeah. I feel like it's probably kind of similar to Chipper.
Oh yeah, Chipper Wilson, yeah.
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 I don't think he got his first proper contract until he was maybe like 20 or something. Every other pro surfer that I like kind of know of all had like sponsors and stuff.
Early on, young.
I had people that would help me out.
Of course.
But like,
because you surf good.
I didn't, but I was like never rode for like Billabong or like Rip Curl or any of those kind of big like.
You weren't in the industry until it happened.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. A lot of those guys are bred to be pro surfers.
Yeah, exactly. Like I finished all like my high school, and like I was just like a kid that just used to work at the supermarket and just run my own kind of program. And I didn't used to surf with any of the other kids that surfed really good or anything. I just hang with like my mates that like I just
surfed.
Yeah.
So you can throw a pretty good air too. You have an air game.
Every now and then I can throw a good one.
Barrel versus air. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, I'd way rather get tubed every day of the week. I can't do like crazy airs, but I can do the odd one that kind of like holds up sort of. But
I don't know if that's true, but okay.
But then like in the barrel, I feel like I can get as good a barrel as you can get. It's always that whole like wanting more thing.
Okay.
And then every now and then you get a wave that just like stands out from everything else, and I only really get that with tubes. If I do a good air, I'm just like, oh, that was a good air, like nice. But to me, like getting a good tube is just so much more.
Yeah,
it's better.
What's your favorite wave? Favorite right?
I don't know. I surfed a wave in the Mentawais that I can't really say the name of.
Okay, fair enough.
That was like pretty insane. We're filming like a Rusty movie that'll be out kind of towards the end of the year.
Oh, cool. All right.
I'll show the clip.
Okay.
But it's probably one of the most memorable sessions that I've ever had. But in terms of towing, the right's probably my favorite wave towing.
Right.
But then
that's your local wave too, right?
Yeah, and then this other wave is probably my favorite wave.
Okay.
Actually, no, the box maybe.
How is the box?
Yeah, probably the box is one of my favorites. It's
paddle in, right? Or do you tow in there too?
Just paddle. The box is like it's freaky. Like the reef is like really, really sharp.
Yeah, and it's shallow.
It's super shallow. A couple of like little drone videos have been coming out of it lately, and it kind of actually shows the proper like depth of it, I guess. But yeah, that's the wave.
Wow. And this is kind of semi-secret spot?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is this coming on Instagram, or you have to hold off?
This
You
will
just show 'em from my eyes
this will
only?
be for a movie.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So that wave's probably. I
And
feel
in
like,
warm water.
yeah, that's probably the best wave I think I've paddled into.
Okay.
I've definitely towed waves 5 times as big.
Yo, yeah.
But just the drop and everything, like paddling is it's just so much more.
Yeah.
It just has more on it.
In Australia, how are you known around Australia as being like one of the big? There's a few big wave kind of guys.
I don't know. I don't really know how people would think of me, but
Okay.
I feel like I'd be well known amongst like any of the heavy like surf sort
Slab
of
guys.
Yeah.
Okay. In America, where are some of the places are you looking forward to maybe one day going? Do you have any like dreams of going somewhere and surfing in America or anywhere else in the world for that matter?
I'd like to surf all the points down in Mexico.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You were talking about Oregon or like the Northwest too.
I would actually love to do a trip to Canada.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and like go to Vancouver Island and
Yeah.
like go do that whole thing, and Alaska. Like I just want to go on trips that are like really like aren't the cliche sort of.
Okay. Kind of off the beaten path.
Yeah, and just see what's around, and
Okay.
that's like the style of trip that I kind of like look forward to. Like I've been to Hawaii and stuff, and like all that stuff's pretty cool, but I don't know. Like I remember going to Hawaii and think I feel like I've already been here before because I've just seen so much stuff of it, and like I don't even need a map to get around because
Yeah.
I just like already know where everything is and stuff. Going somewhere that's just completely new that you've like haven't seen barely anything of, or you've only heard like a little whisper about this and that, to me is like the stakes are higher, but like at the same time, like, if you don't get good waves, you're still going to a place that you never thought you'd kind of go.
Is that your plan? Let's say your next 5-year plan is to just travel the world and surf.
Yeah, pretty much. I just want to just tick a whole bunch of waves off the list that are sort of misto is what we
Okay.
say in Oz. Like just there's all these misto waves that I'd love to go surf, and like all these kind of random places that I'd like to go, like Canada and Alaska and stuff. Even like Japan.
Yeah, really? There's waves?
Really good waves in Japan. That's not like, it's not crazy misto or anything, but
Yeah.
I feel like you're not going to bump into like a bunch of like other pro surfers like on a trip there. Like in the Mentawais, you're probably going to like bump into people, but
Yeah, with other boats and stuff.
yeah.
Okay. Exploring in Western Australia, how often do you do that? Do you just get in the car and go?
Yeah, I do it a bit. Like if the forecast looks like it's, I don't know, like you hear some little whisper about a wave or whatever. I haven't been able to do it that much this year because been away for like 4 months of like the 6 months or something.
Wow. Are you looking forward to going home?
Yeah, for sure. I just have like a list of things that I want to go and do, and like wave. I found this like one bommy like out in the kind of middle of the ocean that hasn't been surfed. It's like pretty crazy, and I definitely want to go hit that.
Is this time of year time when Western Australia shines, or is it in the summer?
I would say it's more autumn.
More autumn. Okay.
Because it kind of gets like hammered with storms.
Okay.
And you know, like if the storm comes too close to the coast, it makes the swell real messy and like on onshore.
Yeah.
But there's definitely windows. I think autumn and then spring. It's probably the 2 best times. Northwest WA, like that Nalu wave.
Okay.
That gets really good in winter because it's so far away from where all the swell comes from.
Yeah.
That like it kind of like it dodges the storms.
Okay.
But where I live, it's probably more of like an autumn and spring sort of deal.
Do you have a favorite person you call? To like, we got to go. Do you have a traveling partner or something?
I honestly just call my mate Rex, who's like kind of like my filmer, but like one of my best mates, and we'll just go like wherever, and I might like drag another mate along with me, but a lot of the time it just ends up being me and him.
Cool.
That's like going somewhere like misto that like not many people know about.
Yeah.
I just kind of try and keep it pretty
low.
pretty small crew.
Do you run across guys that are like, get out of here? Some of the local spots where you're not welcome?
I'm kind of pretty good at dodging it, but there's definitely some pretty crazy crew. But like none of them like having a go at you like in person. It's always like on the internet or like
yeah, It's after.
or they'll like write something in the dust on your car.
Yeah.
Something like that, and you're just like, why don't you just come up? Why don't you just come say something to me and have a chat to me?
Yes.
Like, so I don't really get. I don't know. No, like, I don't really get staunched by people that are like doing things that are like like real. That's kind of like passive aggressive. Like, it doesn't really mean anything to me. Someone just being a bit snobby because
just talking shit.
Yeah, because if you look at everyone like, oh, they must be like some like heavy local. That everyone that's like got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, you end up thinking that everyone is.
Or if they even surf, or if they even, I don't know.
Yeah,
there's
you just don't know what everyone's deal is, and a lot of the time you like trying to surf a wave that pretty heavy, and like probably only like pros are really doing it.
Yeah, of course. So they're not going to be out anyhow.
Yeah, they're not going to be out anyway. So I feel like I'm like, I don't know what you're offended by, mate.
Yeah, and are you disclosing spots, or you keep it pretty quiet?
I keep it pretty quiet.
Yeah, you're respectful to them.
Yeah, there's waves that people would think like, oh, they went and filmed that, but like, there's the stuff that like doesn't get filmed is just like it doesn't get filmed, so no one sees it.
Yeah, you're just surfing.
Yeah.
All right. Hollywood. There's a picture of you on your Instagram. Yeah. How was that? How was LA?
It was funny, like just going and checking it out. Like last time I was here, I didn't go up there.
Okay.
But this time I kind of wanted to make the effort to just check out Hollywood like just once in my life, and it was crazy. Like. It wasn't like what I expected. Like I thought it was going to be like a really like richy kind of area, like kind of, you know, like La Jolla down there is like really like wealthy, and I thought Hollywood was just going to be like that, but like bigger.
Yeah.
But then there was like there was like homeless people and stuff as well, and like all sorts of just every single walk of life.
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
All smushed together.
Yeah, and I was like, this is crazy. This is like intense.
Okay. Trip out.
Just kind of had fun, like looking at all the different like skate spots and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like famous skate spots.
Oh, there you go. How often are you skating?
Barely ever anymore.
Oh, okay.
I used to skate like a couple times a week up until kind of 16.
All right. Did you bring your skateboard with you here?
Nah.
Oh, bummer. Ollie, thank you so much for coming on the Quivercast. You got a Rusty movie coming out?
Yeah, we got a Rusty movie that's kind of been in the works for like a year or so.
Okay.
Got some pretty good footage for that, so that should be cool. I guess look out for that, and
check out your YouTube channel. Check out your Instagram.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. This is Mike and Ollie, and we're out of here.
Cheers.
100 foot out, Joe 100 racks on a surf, dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Fu. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. 100 foot out, Joe 100 racks on a surf, dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Fu. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. You know we don't fuck with no kooks. Your boo on my didgeridoo. They calling me Duke, I'm stacking the loot. I'm ripping your chick in the coop. She grabbing a hold of my leggy. They jelly, they Gucci my weddy. The friends of Giuseppe, the chain is so heavy, she thinks that I'm charging the Eddie. 100 foot out, Chopu. 100 racks on a surf, dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Fu. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. 100 foot out, Chopu. 100 racks on a surf, dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Fu. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. Surf trap, I'm stacking that money. Your shorts a red Ferrari. He starts to calling me Dundee. Diamonds are surfing McFlurry. She want me to teach her to surf. Splash. I'm pulling up, ripping the verse. I'm leaving these kooks in the hearse. They get moved 100 foot on their head, they get work. 100 foot out, Chopu. 100 racks on a surf, dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Fu. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. 100 foot out, Chopu. 100 racks on a surf, dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Fu. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. You know we don't fuck with no kooks. You know we don't fuck with no kooks. You calling me Duke, I'm stacking the loot. I'm ripping your chick in the coop. You know we don't fuck with no kooks. You know we don't fuck with no kooks. They calling me Duke, I'm stacking the loot. I'm ripping your chick in the coop.
Hey, you guys, Endless Summer box set. This thing is legit. It's authentic, numbered certificate in it. It has a 5-frame film strip, From the original print, you will literally own a piece of history. It has a specially minted bronze medallion. Dude, that thing's sick. Okay, there's so much more here. Go to the show notes. There's a link on there. Go check this piece of history out. This thing's rad. Seriously. Smithsonian American History Museum has it. It took 4 years of research with 3.5 in production, all hand assembled. This thing's rad. So much to this awesome box set. Remastered DVD, sharper images than the original film, but dude, this thing's so sick. Link in the show notes.